It's a spoiler, sweetheart. Hi, welcome again to Pseudo Film Movie Reviews. I am here with Miss Ashleigh.
Hello.
And today we're reviewing Zootopia. To start, we have to open up with our wonderful two main characters, Miss Judy Hopps and Mr. Nick Wilde.
Whoop whoop. Sorry.
She's a big fan. Judy Hopps, voiced by Mrs. Jennifer Goodwin, is a bunny out from the farm side of life, and she wants to grow up and be a cop out in Zootopia.
She basically shows that she will go through nothing just to be able to, show everybody that she can become a cop. The first bunny cop ever.
Yeah. So she goes and has her first day out at Zootopia when she finally overcomes the academy and everything, and she runs into Nick Wilde, who is a fox. And precept, foxes are looked at very negatively across the whole society.
Especially by bunnies.
So Judy's off on her first day, and they put her in, what is it? They put her in a...
They made her pretty much it's worse than desk duty in the office. It's meter maid. So she has to give out parking tickets, and they said, do 100 before lunch. She's like, no, I'm going to do 200 because that's her personality. I'm going to show you up. Go off and above. Hop to it. Okay, keep going. She sees Nick Wilde going into this elephant ice cream place, and then it's a weird character because he's being all sly and everything, just like a fox would.
You actually, at least I was like, I don't know if he's being good or bad here, because it looked like he had his son with him.
No, I did not see the son. I'm like, this guy's gonna cause some shit. That's what's gonna happen.
Racist.
Sorry. I'm a bunny. That guy's bad.
You have your mother and father telling you to, hey, take this spray can.
And they also told me to settle very hard, too, so let's not listen to them times.
There's a lot of counterculture in this, and it's wonderful.
So the reason why I keep saying I'm Judy, I connect with this character a lot because ever since I was little, always a lot of people say, yo, you can't be this, you can't be that, and I'm like, no. I will be who I want to be because I got here myself, and even though I have friends to help me out, it's still who I am, and I want to portray that very well. I'm very hopeful, optimistic that I will become big someday, to fulfill my dreams. So, and of course, who doesn't love to be the main female protagonist, right?
And that damn adorable.
Only other bunnies can call bunnies cute.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I identify with Nick in that he just is a natural-born hustler. He has the detraction because of his upbringing that puts him more towards, hustling on the streets and, avoiding taxes and everything. But I relate in just his cleverness, his just natural-born street smarts of just, figuring things out. He has his moment when he first meets Judy. And I love this because it's akin to the deductive game that plays off in Sherlock in the movies and in the TV series, where he's only met Judy for 5 minutes of screen time, and he breaks down every facet of her and where she is, why she's doing meter maid, where she came from, and then it's go on back to your, what is it again? Bunnyborough. And I just love that. I love just the savvy nature of just getting a big popsicle stick and just playing a whole hustle game and just selling it over and over, and I'm just sitting there just...
So him.
I love me.
The entire time. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, wow, it's like they filmed his life. It's just great.
Nick is in there with what looks like his son or something like that to get some ice cream. And there's all these sort of profiles going on where the elephant's like, we don't serve your kind here. And I'm just like, are you going to get the water hose out?
Oh my god, shut up.
They do have trunks. I'm just saying. So Judy steps up, believes in the genuineness of the situation of Nick and trying to get his son a popsicle. She buys it for him.
She's like, keep the change. She just is a very generous person.
But
she's completing her route, and then she sees little Tutu, which is his son, go into a van to start driving, and she's like, huh? So she follows this little fox, and then all of a sudden...
Well, that's when she starts to see them basically take the... because it's a big ice pop. A
little fox taking, this big. Imagine this. And the pop is that...
No, the pop is
There we go. It's practically this big.
And she watches as they take this giant ice cream pop. She watches them melt it down, turn it into a bunch of little ice cream pops.
They sell all the little tiny popsicles to hamsters, and they recycle the little popsicle sticks, sell the popsicle sticks to the little to other hamsters like mice and rodents.
That are building little structures
houses,
off of them.
And they said it's redwood with a space in the middle, because, the popsicle is red. Granted, She confronts him, and his response is,
It's a hustle, sweetie.
It's
Flashes a
infuriating.
permit, all this. And
He's
then
untouchable,
and
practically.
he's just like, dumb bunny, go back to the farm.
It's Bunny
And then she
It's not a farm. It's Bunnyborough.
and then she has the dumb bunny gets a little more clever than the fox anticipated.
So the dumb bunny, me, we're going through an investigation where a lot of the predators are ending up missing. There's 14 predator cases that are just ended up missing for some strange reason. And Miss Otterton, which is one of the characters, comes over and says, to the chief of the police, saying, you need to help me. And Judy, she takes the case, and of course, the assistant mayor, says, oh my gosh, thank you, I'm going to text the mayor, and blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, the chief can't do anything about it. She has 2 days to solve the case. Looking through footage, finds out that one of the victims had Nick Wilde's popsicle, and she found a suspect. Went out to go find him, realized that he had never paid taxes for all the years and everything, and recorded him.
She has this little carrot pen.
It's awesome.
And she had recorded everything that he had said before about he's been doing this since he was 16, did the math. You owe $1 million in taxes. Now you can either go to jail over that, or you can come help me find this otter. What other option do you have?
And the exact moment it was a comic relief moment, because you see this little fox that pretended to be his son just get up with the deepest voice possible, like, she played you so good! she hustled you, sucker! And she like walks out, and I'm like, perfect.
Just made me so happy.
They go on to this whole chase and looking for all the evidence, and they end up going to Mr. Big, who happens to be...
I love this. So they get to this car lot, and they're trying to track down where Mr. Otterton went. And they get to the limo, and they're like, this is all... A fight happened here or something. Wait.
All the clues.
Oh, wait, I know this. What are you talking about? And Nick's like, this is Mr. Big's car. We need to go now. And they run into giant polar bear bodyguards, apparent bodyguards. I'm like, okay, they're caught. They're gonna die. They get sitting down in the office, the mob boss's office. And it proceeds with a bigger and bigger polar bear. And then finally the biggest polar bear that had to dodge the door frame sits down this little tiny mole.
Turns his chair, and it's just like, hello, you come to me on the day of my... I'm like, yes! It's just perfect. Hola! Like, that moment happened, yeah. No, Disney. And of course, Judy, being the good cop she is, has to be like, oh, I'm a cop, blah, blah, blah. And you see just Nick's face just be like,
this is where actually a big pursuit that Judy had earlier in the movie, trying to get Mr. Duke Weaselton. And she actually saved this there's this group of moles that were coming out of their little store, and it's like a little Tonka town, basically.
Yeah.
And she's running through trying to get Duke Weaselton from whatever he was stealing, the fruits or vegetables or whatnot. And she saves the little Miss Mole. And then we fast forward to, and find out
the daughter is the one that she saved. She's like, oh, I love your hair. She's like, oh, she saved me. And then, who does Judy become to the family? Like,
she becomes the
godmother of the baby of the little tiny mole, and like, she's
there's
really
a baby
important.
mole showing up, but it's not important to the plot.
It is very important to the plot.
Okay,
it's a baby. It's my granddaughter, great goddaughter. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at this. Moving on. You love me.
So, running through all this is that they just go through a bunch of turmoil. They grow together and realize that there's a lot of prejudices, at least some... It starts to touch on the prejudices that Judy has grown up with against foxes, and Nick starts to relay some of his trials of trying to become an equivalent. It's a Boy Scout thing, but and he just got treated like garbage, so he just becomes, a hood rat. A hood fox. I like that. And they find all the missing predators. Judy gets on stage and gives a speech, but
kind of contradicts everything that her and Nick's friendship portrays, that prey and predator could be friends. She kind of throws all predators under the bus, making this worldwide panic against predators.
Well, citywide panic, but yeah. So there's an entire panic over predators. Mind you, the lion he was trying to fix the situation, perhaps for political reasons, but it's like, we have these predators just becoming rabid for no good reason. So Judy loses Nick as a friend because he's like, screw you, you've had that pepper spray on your hip since the day I met you, you haven't gotten rid of it, you still hold this prejudice against me, I'm out. She loses all heart and soul on the situation because they're about to try to make her the face of just trying to combat against the predators, which are like 10% of the population. She's just like, just takes her badge off, goes back home.
And at home, she realizes what the true cause of the whole them going savage is actually the night howlers, which is a type of flower. It's not rabies, so thank God.
Yep, not rabies. So they fix all that. They come on back. They have a great epic thing. You figure out who the main villain is, which some people figure it out. Lamb in wolf's clothing is about the only spoiler I'm going to give on that one. And then it wraps up really well. You realized why the sloth is called Flash. And I know you've seen that trailer. And it's beautifully made. Nick becomes a cop and gets a nice set of aviators. And they kick ass, take names.
Yeah.
So I'm giving this movie a 9 to 9.5 out of 10. I think because of just a little bit of extra hype that I was given, that I probably thought it was going to be an 11 out of 10. And then just I showed up, I was like, okay, this is really good and everything. It touches on social issues while still being great for kids, so that it doesn't destroy parents' lives by taking them to it. And even at any age group, you can watch it and just have a great experience and identify with any character that is there.
Yeah, I again, as a Disney freak, had high hopes for this, but I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, I feel like it was rushed at one moment because I didn't really get to see the really deep into Nick, but I saw really deep into why Judy's the way she is. I wanted to see a little bit more about Nick, but I'm glad that hopefully they might have another sequel, but that wouldn't be the best idea. But I know that Pixar and Disney, Pixar has a really like anti-romance policy, even though a lot of people ship them together. But
Anyway,
it's a great movie.
Gosh.
So you should totally go see it. If you haven't seen it, go. If you have like Android, go wait till Showbox, and it's actually out on DVD on Disney Store.
Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Pseudo Film Movie Reviews. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Comments below. Follow us here on Twitter and or Instagram. We'll put our duds up there. And cheers. Till next time.